A very important chart which you would usually use, or chart I mean to say visualization, is KPI. KPI is key performance indicator. This is always a singular value derived by dividing one value over the other value. So it is used to measure the progress, as in how far have we reached, and to measure the distance to the goal, that are we ahead of the schedule or behind the schedule? Are we profitable or are we not profitable? Are we under or are we over? So this comparison and a singular value is shown over here. So usually it is positive or negative, and it is shown by a graphical arrow up or down based on the data, and it shows how much positive or negative we are, or ahead or behind, basis the color and the arrow marking and the positive and the negative signs, mathematical signs. What does it have? It usually has an indicator. It has a trend axis and a target goal. So trend over target will give you an idea as to are you doing good or not. What is a typical usage of a KPI chart? KPI visual usually is used to help you evaluate the current value and the status of a metric against a defined target. So it is more about actual versus target and a percentage or a value or numeric value over it. A KPI visualization requires a base measure that evaluates to a value, and a target measure or a value, and a threshold goal. So it's more like it's something over something, and what is the ideal thing. So this in all makes a KPI. Let's have a look. How does a KPI chart look like? Let's see. What if I do KPI chart by clicking, let's convert this into a KPI chart, right? KPIs are this chart. This is point number 1. It is used by count of sales probably. So let's go into orders table, orders to table, because that is being mapped. Let's take the revenue from that. And for example, let's take count of unit, probably rate, right? Indicator can be quantity. So this is what the quantity is. So what it is showing over here is out of 9.89, we are on target. Obviously the revenue would always be higher than the rate. That is the reason it is showing that we are achieving the goal by 98%. This won't be the ideal scenario. The ideal scenario would be revenue versus the target value, which you compare based on quantity. This is something we need to take care while designing it. But what I want to show you is this is a trend, how the products have done in the background. This is a numeric singular value, what you would see. And this is the goal, what you achieved. So KPI in its way is very helpful management MIS number, which helps the key guys in your top leadership take calls looking at this number. Let's have a look at something else.